All right, what's going on? Tripp Kramer here from TrippAdvice.com, coming to you on a Tuesday afternoon live show. Just fixing the camera here. What's up? And hello to everyone who's watching this later on. Today we're going to be talking about what do I have here? A 3-step process. That's right. It can be broken down into many steps, but I like to simplify it for you. 3-step process, and how do you build a social circle of hot girls? How do you build a social circle of women? How do you do this? I have some really cool tips for you and a really cool system that I'm going to be teaching you today in terms of how to do that. So we're going to be going over that, and I'm here to answer any questions you have in terms of how do you form a social circle and how do you get this going so it's more organic and less forced. And we're going to do that. Hello, everyone. Yes, hello. Thank you for saying hello. What's up? Sparse, JS17, Jumbie, Lord, Kobe. What's up, guys? That's right, our Tuesday afternoon show for you in Europe and maybe some of you college kids out there. That's right, on your summer break. So what's up? So the 3-step process, we're going to be talking about this, like I said, going over some things, and we're also going to be taking callers. So as you see there's a phone number down below. Did I do that right? No, I didn't. It's always backwards. Boom. There you go. There's a phone number right there. While we're taking calls, we'll be answering some calls, and we can talk about any questions that are going on with you. So we'll go over to that as well. I'm not going to open up the calls yet because first I want to teach you some stuff, and then we'll open up the lines. So I'll let you know when the lines are open, and you can give me a call. So don't call yet. Don't call yet because I won't be answering. Now, you also see there's a URL down there. It says coachedbytripp.com. As you know, if you've been watching the lives, whether you're live or you're watching this later, that coachedbytripp.com is a URL that takes you to my coaching application page. So if you're interested in getting and receiving coaching one-on-one from me, I can help you. All you have to do is apply, and you apply by going to coachedbytripp.com. And so when you apply, I will reach out to you if I like your application. The way I will like your application is if you are 18 or over, and if you have a problem that I believe I can solve. So please list out your issues with dating, answer the questions in full, and if I feel like I can help you, I will reach out to you, and I will be contacting you over email, maybe even texting you. So apply today if you have trouble with meeting women, trouble with conversation, trouble with approach anxiety, trouble with physically escalating, trouble with avoiding the friend zone. Any of these an issue? Let me help you. I help guys every day. I have a whole roster of clients that are getting amazing results, getting girlfriends, defeating their approach anxiety, getting over their fear of rejection. So I'm here to help you. Apply at coachedbytripp.com. And again, we'll answer your questions today here. I'll give you kind of a taste of what coaching is like by answering your questions in just a bit. So let's go into it. The 3-step process into creating an amazing social circle. And as I talk about that, I will sip on my massive protein shake here. This is 1,300 calories in this thing. And it's crazy. You'd think you'd get full from it, but I'm actually usually really hungry right after I finish it. Although it does take me like an hour to finish it. I mean, come on. It's 1,300 calories, 250 grams of carbs. And by God, it's delicious. And no, this is not an advertisement because I'm not going to tell you what brand it is, but I love drinking it. Okay, so what's a social circle? What is a social circle? What does that even mean? Well, a social circle is basically your friend group. It's just a very kind of lame terminology for saying the circle of people that you socialize with, hence social circle, your friend group, the friends that you have, your kind of network of people that you like to spend time with that is on a friendship level. Now, here's the interesting part about this. A lot of people, if they're not meeting women on online dating apps, they're meeting women through their social circle. I don't have stats on this. Sorry, but I'm just going to say, in my opinion, from what I've seen, from what I've heard, being a dating coach for 10 years now, I think that the number one way that people meet people is through a social circle. I think maybe at work is up there too. I don't think it's in the top 3, maybe in the top 5. And of course, online dating. But I'm just going to scratch online dating for a second. I just want to kind of specifically focus on meeting women in person and what are the top ways to do that. And I think one of the top ways is meeting women through your social circle. So this is already happening. In fact, I bet you it's happening to you right now. I get a lot of questions from guys like yourself that tell me about, there's this girl that I'm friends with, or, I see her at parties, or, she's one of my friends, right? A lot of guys are already in the friend zone with women. So this is a very common scenario that they meet a woman through their social circle. The most common too is they get into the friend zone with this girl. So it's kind of like a shitty situation, basically, because you're in this social circle and you don't really want to, make anything weird. So you kind of be their friend, and then you kind of like cross your fingers and hope that maybe something happens. Not a good way to go about it. Okay. However, if you work, and I'm going to be teaching you how to do this today, if you work on building your social circle, so you create it, meaning you're more proactive. You don't just let it happen, right? A lot of people don't work on creating a social circle. Yeah, they try to make friends, but how many people really try to make a number of friends, put people together and create a group? It doesn't happen too often. A lot of the time you just kind of let it naturally happen. Well, there's a way that you can hack into this to create a group around you also, where you are the center, where you are the leader. So this is already attractive. This is some cool stuff. And yes, it's not as organic or natural as just letting things kind of happen. You're going to be more proactive, but I'm going to teach you how to do it in the most organic way possible, where it still kind of works in this organic way and it's not too forced. Okay? So you're going to be building a social circle, and here are the benefits to this. Okay? The benefits to this are that you are going to be making friends, making quality friends. You're going to be making female friends. And then through this process, you're going to have this avenue of meeting new women. Okay, so you're going to be able to meet women, surround yourself with high quality women, and then you can have these what's called warm approaches or warm conversations versus cold. Cold is like, okay, you go on the street, you see a girl on the sidewalk and you want to approach her and say hello. Warm is she's been introduced to you, maybe she's at a party and you guys have mutual friends. That's more of a warm approach. So it makes it a little bit easier to get her to be interested in you or attracted to you, because she already has that trust, because you know someone that she knows and you're not a stranger. So there's kind of like pros and cons, right? It's like the con of the warm approach is just the work it takes to get to that point, which I'll be teaching you today. But I don't think the hard work should ever be a real con, right? It's like everything's kind of hard work. It's hard work to go up to a woman on the street and approach her. The thing is the pro of that is, well, it's faster, right? It's like very fast process. You can leave your house right now, see a girl, go and say hello and talk to her, and it takes 2 seconds. Whereas building a social circle, getting those warm approaches, you have to be a little bit more patient. Okay? So if you have the patience and you and hopefully enjoy the process of making new friends, and you really are interested in these warm approaches, then this 3-step process I'm about to teach you is going to be really great for you. Okay? So yeah, cool. Just looking at the chat right now. What's up, everybody? What's up? Cool. So any questions, you guys can do a super chat, by the way, and I definitely will answer your question if you do a super chat. Otherwise, we'll open the lines here. I know that the phone number is there. People are probably already calling in, but I'm not going to be able to answer because we're not doing that yet. But we'll get to it. Okay. So how do you do this? What's the 3-step process? I know we're already 8 minutes in, and you're probably annoyed that we haven't gotten to it, but you needed that kind of warm up to understand what this is all about. So the 3-step process is this. Okay. So step one. What you need to do in order to start this process is you need to go out and you need to actually do cold approaches. However, this is going to be a little bit different. Okay? A little bit different. Step 1 is all about going and doing cold approaches. And again, this might take a little while. I'm going to tell you this 3-step process might take around 2 to 3 months, but the benefits are awesome. So if you're willing to be patient, it will work. It's going to take 3 months because you're going to have to go out with step 1, approach people, make friends with men and women, a little bit more so women, so you can have more of a social circle of women around you, so you can meet other women. And you're going to be doing these cold approaches, and you're going to be friend zoning people. So normally I talk about going up and doing cold approaches in the sense where you're going to be talking to a girl, getting her number, flirting with her, and getting to the point where you're going to be taking her out. This is different. You will be collecting numbers. You will be flirting with women, but you're not going to be asking them out. You might even, in that moment, let them know that you're just hanging out and trying to meet new friends. People say, oh, what do you do now tonight? Nothing, just hanging out, meeting new people, making new friends. Something casual like that. You don't have to be so direct as like, I am out tonight making new friends. Okay, but you're just being casual about it, and you're letting them know that you're not the guy that's going to be hitting on them. I know this sounds kind of counterintuitive. Like, well, what's the point of going out and getting all these numbers and talking to hot girls and then having them come out and then nothing happens? Like, I don't get it. Okay. So this step 1 will lead to step 2, but let me talk about step 1 a little bit more. This is a numbers game. No pun intended. You're going to be getting numbers, but it's a numbers game in the sense where you're going to be doing a lot of approaches, talking to a lot of women, and you're going to be collecting these numbers in the sense where eventually we're going to move to step 2. Step 2 is you're going to be texting them to come out to an event. Okay, so that's step 2. But I still want to go a little bit deeper into step 1. How does this work? Like, you're going to be going out. Like, how often should you go out? I would say you go out at peak times, right? So you're going to be going out. I would do this usually at like a bar or a club or somewhere social already. I wouldn't do this in like daytime approaches or day game, as you might have heard it being called, right? I would do this in a more social environment. So you're definitely talking to people who are social. They go out. They like to go out and do things because that's the kind of people that you want, because you're going to meet up with them and they're going to be coming out. So you're kind of like almost pre-qualifying for people that go out and have a good time. So you're going to be going out, talking to people, getting numbers, using a lot of the skill sets that I teach on my channel and through coaching, right, where you can apply at coachedbytripp.com. So we teach you how to get social, get over approach anxiety, and then just have casual conversations with people. Now, in these conversations, you're going to be seeding the idea of hanging out, and not with just one girl, but the whole group of women that you're talking to. So you talk to a group of women or a group of guys and girls. You get to know them, crack some jokes, have some fun, show off your personality. And then you get to the point in the conversation where you say, hey, let me grab your numbers every Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, or Monday, or whenever. And I would pick a weekday. Again, we're kind of approaching step 2 now, where you do some sort of event. One of my favorites is doing an event where people come and do trivia. Another idea would be karaoke. So some sort of activity. And you make it a weekly event that you invite people to. Okay? So just to give it away here, step 2 is you're going to be inviting people to that event. You seed the idea in step 1, and then you're going to actually in step 2 text these people and say, hey, don't forget, or like, hey, it was great meeting you the other night or last night. You should totally come every Wednesday, trivia night. A bunch of people come out and hang out. And you got to be very clear here. You're not a promoter, okay? Let them know. Like, you're not like trying to get people to a bar because you make money from the bar. This is not the whole thing. It's just saying that you get all of your friends together. So I would say that, like, yeah, I get all of my friends together and come out and we have a good time. It's not you're trying to promote a specific place, okay? Let them know that. Like, hey, you should come out and meet some of my friends. Or you'd say, every Wednesday night, I love going to the trivia night at this bar. By the way, you can pick, there's a lot of bars if you're in a main city that has a trivia night. You don't have to do trivia night. You can even do, if it's like worst case scenario, you live in a very small town, just pick a cool spot to, a cool bar, a cool spot to go have dinner, and you invite a bunch of people out. Okay? So, again, what I'm saying here is you're collecting a lot of numbers. You're mass collecting numbers when you go out. You go out every week to collect these numbers, twice a week if you really want to push this process. And then step 2 is, a day or 2 later, you invite them and let them know in either a group text. If you get a few numbers and they're all friends, just group text them. If you end up getting, separate numbers, don't group text separate numbers. Just like text them separately and invite them out. Eventually, here's one idea, is you can then get people who really like coming in a group text to remind them every week, like, hey, don't forget, like 7:30, we're all coming, da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da, meaning just the text message is reminding them where to go and that you guys are still doing it. Okay, we'll get into step 3 in just a second, but just let me kind of make you understand what's going on here. You're going to have a lot of people who you'll be texting. Some people will not respond. Some people will respond and won't be able to make it. Some people will be able to make it. Some people will not be able to make it and then come the next time. So you can't really expect the best outcome here. Don't sit here and think, wow, I'm just going to go out and get all these numbers and everyone's going to want to come. But also don't expect the other end too, where you're thinking, this is lame, no one's going to want to come. It's going to be somewhere in the middle, depending on how well you got to know these people and if you ended up having a connection with them when you first met them. Also, people are looking for stuff to do. That's the bottom line. Like, people are bored, people are lazy, people will not do this scenario here. So what you do is you end up being that guy. Make it really easy for them. You all of a sudden hold a ton of value. All because you went out, socialized, got some numbers, and picked a place for people to go. So in a sense, it can be hard because you have to go out and socialize and get numbers, but technically it's really easy. That's the hardest part, is making the time to go out and collect the numbers. But inviting people to a spot, that's not hard. And so you're doing this process. People are going to be coming along, and they're going to love it, and they're going to like you, and they're just going to all of a sudden assume, because you're putting yourself in this leadership type role, that you're a cool guy. That's kind of the best way I can say it. That you're just like a cool guy, you're an interesting guy, you're popular, you're a leader. This is going to exhibit a lot of alpha or masculine traits. So they're going to assume that you're the man, especially when all of a sudden all these people come to this event and everyone knows you. You're the center, okay? You're the center here, and then everyone else is around you. Center, everyone's around you. So the commonality is you. You're the lowest common denominator here. And so women are already going to be sort of pre-attracted to you because it's like, who is this guy? Everyone's always attracted a little bit more to the host of the party, right? Or the person who knows everybody, who's connecting people. And you also have a lot of value because you're going to be connecting people. And you should. You should connect guys and girls. Don't just invite women. Invite your current friends, new friends. Invite everybody out that you think would be cool and have a good time. And if you introduce people and people introduce each other and they're networking with each other, maybe you get another guy, with a girl and they connect each other, they're going to feel that they owe you. You're going to be building up all this value because it's a valuable thing to be connecting people to each other and providing a space to do it. All because you just decided to pick a night for you to go out. So think about that for a sec. Mr. Hades said, if they're bored, they'll know who to call. Exactly. Because you're the guy, right? And also, you're not taking from anybody. You're only giving. There's promoters. There's guys who do this who are promoters for clubs. And they offer a ton of value because they are, getting you into the club. But there's also something behind it. They're making money behind it. So it's not like this supernatural connection. Whereas you're just saying, hey, I'm providing a space. I'm just hanging out. You're not asking for anything in return. However, things will come to you in return. This is where step 3 comes in. Step 3 is when you're at these events. Step 3 is kind of multi-part, right? Multi-part. So it breaks down where you invite people out, they come. 3A, we're going to break this down into a couple parts, right? Step 3A, you introduce everybody. So don't just like make it weird and then people are coming and you're just talking to, people here, people there. Like, introduce people, get people together. Say, hey, Rick, this is Stephanie, and hey, Stephanie, this is Elise, and whatever. You're introducing people. Okay? Be the host. Go around. Be the most social person there. Also, when you're texting people, let me kind of rewind a little bit to step 2. When you're texting people, you're going to tell them to invite their friends. This is not exclusive. That's very important, by the way. This is not an exclusive event. Of course, if you find someone that you don't like and who comes to this event, you don't have to invite them again. So in that sense, it can be exclusive. Like, not everyone has to get the invitation every week. That's up to you. But in the beginning, when you're starting it, like, tell people to invite their friends. Don't say like, oh, only you girls can come. Like, tell them to invite more girls. This is kind of the point of step 3 here. It's like you want to get more girls there, because in step 3, we're going to be talking to these new girls, and you're going to have these warm approaches, and you're going to be flirting with them and getting them attracted to you. So that's kind of how it all works. So don't leave out people. Of course, if you can help it, and this might be kind of tough, this is one of the other challenges, but if you're approaching a lot of girls, it shouldn't be a problem. You want to make it mostly women, like 60 to 70% women, okay? There's always more value at a party, at a club, wherever, where there's more women involved, right? So you want to make it so it's a little bit more women than men. Of course, this is sometimes out of your control. You can't control who people are going to invite, but do your best, okay? More women for the guys that you're going to have there, or the other guys that are there. Also for you, so you can see if there's anyone that you like or that you're interested in, right? So you'll be having more women than men introducing people. And again, every ratio might be different. It depends on what week it is. Maybe more guys will show up, but don't worry about it. But as long as you have, at least half of women there, it's going to be valuable. And that's where step 3B comes in, right? 3A is you're introducing everyone. 3B is you're introducing yourself to the new people who are coming. And what you want to do is, if you're interested in any of those girls, those could be viable options for girls that you could hook up with, get into a relationship with, whatever. So make sure that you really choose wisely. You know what I mean? Like, if you know that there's one girl who's really cool and she's got lots of friends that she's always bringing, don't hit on her, right? Like, you gotta be really strong with yourself. Like, try to friend zone some of these women. Try to friend zone. Don't try to hit on every single girl, because it's gonna be obvious anyways. All of a sudden, like, you're just hooking up with all these girls in a social circle. So make sure that you're, picking and choosing wisely when you're going through this process. If you do this consistently for about 3 to 4 months, you will have a social circle of friends. You will meet all kinds of cool people, hopefully. You will be networking. You will be meeting girls that you could be with. I mean, really, there's so much value here in knowing people, and you're the guy who's in the center of it all. So it's kind of amazing. That's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, I'm willing to go over, but that's this 3-step process and breaking it down. I know there's probably a lot of little questions of, well, how do I even meet these people to begin with? Like, I can't even go up and talk to people. How am I going to start to do this? This step 1 seems like the hardest part. And again, like I said earlier, that's where coaching comes in. I can help you with this. There's also a lot of videos on my YouTube channel. And there is my program, Hooked, at getherhooked.com. Right? So we can help you get you to the point where you're going out and meeting these women and making it possible. Because I agree with myself, as I said, that is the hardest part, right? The hardest part is going out and doing these kind of cold approaches to begin the whole process. After that, it's simple. After that, it's really simple. Okay? But if you need help, let me help you. Coaching one-on-one is available to you. All you got to do is go to coachedbytripp.com, apply today, and let me help you with this. Otherwise, like I said, you have resources and there's ways to do it. But now you kind of get like the whole system here, right? Like, you get the whole system of, you get to the point where you can be comfortable enough to do a lot of approaches. Step 2, invite them out. Step 3, host an event where people can come, be social, and then boom, profit. Yes, Alpha 1, I have tried this. I didn't do it as far as where I did it for, longer than a few months, but I did try it. It did work. I did this when I was in Los Angeles, and it was awesome. I wish, and when I did it, I didn't really know exactly what to do. I kind of put pieces together from things I've heard from other people and kind of just made it happen. If I were to go back in time, I wish I would have done it more in the exact way that I'm teaching it now, with more of a deliberate sense, where I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. I wasn't like, okay, I have this whole step process. This is what I'm going to do. I kind of just fell into it. But I haven't needed to do it since then. But I have taught other people how to do it. They've done it successfully, and it's worked. So what I want to do now is I want to open up the lines. So you can see there's a number there, 310-598-3384. I know people have already tried to call in. Well, the line is open now. So if you are interested in calling and getting any questions answered, whether it's about the topic of today or your own situation, let me help you. If you have a question, you want to do a super chat, which is the little money sign in the chat, and you want to make sure your question gets answered, we could do it that way. And if no one does any of that, I will pick out a good question that comes in through the chat as well. But let me hear from you. Call in 310-598-3384, and it comes through, and we can all hear you, and we can talk to you and help you. Okay, someone's calling. Hello, what is your name, age, and where are you calling from? All right. Don't know what happened there. Lines are open, though. Call in. Hello, what is your name, age, and where are you calling from?
Hi, how you doing, Tripp? This is Sebastian. I'm 26 years old, and I'm calling from Jersey. How you doing? I've been listening to you forever. I'm so glad I get to talk to you today.
Nice, man. How long is forever?
Literally, possibly like 6 years now.
Really? 6 years. How old did you say you were?
Yeah. I'm 26.
Okay, so you've been listening since you were 20 years old, and you're still listening, so you're still working on this.
Yep. Yes, always trying to better myself in every single sense.
Hell yeah, man. Well, what's your question today? How can I help you?
Well, I want to touch about the topic that we're talking about today. So once you got the social circle and everything, and then you start advancing on a woman physically, and you start making moves, and the thing that I struggle with the most is taking them home, like the clothes. Like I don't know if to go direct or to go indirect, or that's the part that I just struggle the most. Like I just don't know how to tell them straight up, like, you want to go do this and this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the best way you're going to do this is you're going to have a reason for them to come back with you. It makes it a lot smoother. So you want some sort of reason for them to come back to you, come back to your place. Maybe that's making some food, having some snacks, drinking some wine. That's always a good one, like having one more drink. And if it's not that, then it's, I don't know, showing them something at your place that you guys talked about while you guys were, having a conversation. I think maybe you think you struggle with is maybe the rejection part. Some guys are too scared to just go for it, but you need to have some sort of reason to bring them back, and then you need to just kind of go for it and just ask them. Have you tried?
Actually, so the part that I also struggle with is I still live at home. So then, sometimes I just take them to a hotel. So that part is kind of iffy. Like I don't like to just tell them straight up, like, oh, you want to go to a hotel. So what I've been using is that I tell them that my friend owns this property that we could go to, and then I just show up there, and then once I'm there, then I sort of explain it, and then it's easier for me to get them in the room. You know what I'm saying?
So you take them to what property is it?
Well, I just take them to a random hotel, but I kind of lie to get myself into the hotel. You know what I'm saying?
So when they realize it's a hotel and not a property, what do they say?
They're usually, by then, I start easing it in, oh yeah, my friend owns certain properties that he leases out, or stuff like that, and I start easing it in, and then by the time we get there, then she kind of has the idea of what it actually is, and then I get them in the room.
Okay, so this is working for you, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but it's still like, it's hard, and I wouldn't want to like establish a relationship with somebody, with like starting
Yeah,
out with
based
lies,
based on a complete lie. So
Yeah.
why don't you have your own place?
Honestly, my mom she really needs help. Like, she doesn't work, and so I kind of provide. I'm the provider right now. My dad left me when I was very young, so like right now that's what I'm doing. I'm helping my mom out, and I'm paying for rent. We're living together, and I'm helping her out. So that's what's going on. But
What if you
you
try to
would
make
say the
what
best
if you try
thing.
to make more money? I mean, does she need to be literally cared for, or is it just
No, no,
money?
financially. Yeah.
So why don't you try to make more money so you can have your own place, and then have a place that can be her own also, and either your place or her place is just a little bit cheaper. I mean, I think the answer here, it's like not the quick and easy fix, but really you got to figure
Yeah.
out a way to get your own place. Like, and the only way you're going to be able to do that is by trying to make more money, or maybe you don't even need to make more money. You just need to put in the work to figure out like where you could live, and maybe you can already make it work out. But honestly, I would try to see if you can get your own place. It's going to be healthier for you. It's going to be good for your mom. I mean, you can always visit her, you can always spend time with her, but
Yeah.
as an adult, unless she actually needs care, which you just told me she doesn't, you really shouldn't be
Yeah.
living with her. I know that you have to at this point financially, and I completely get it. But the point is you should be working towards a place where you can have your own place and you guys can be separated. It's going to be better for you in the long run. So, I mean, that's my advice, is you got to get your own place for those reasons, but
Sure.
also so you don't have to keep on lying. You can just actually bring women back to your place. And a guy who has his own place is very, very attractive. So all of you other people who are listening out there, I know that some people live with their parents, or they need roommates, they live in expensive towns. You should try to be striving for living on your own and whatever means necessary to get to that point.
Tripp, I'm so grateful that you are the type of person that you are, because you have helped me out since like a very long time, and you're an inspiration to my life, honestly. And
Thanks,
thank you for
man.
everything.
Thank you. Thanks for calling
Have a
in. I
great one.
appreciate your kind words. Thanks, man. Take care. Good
Bye.
luck.
You too. Bye.
The lines are open so we can answer your call. But yeah, great caller. Of course, always appreciate the kind words. I hope that he can figure this out. It's interesting how he has connived a way to get a girl to come back with him to his friend's property, which happens to be a hotel, and somehow it's working. But as you can see, that even though that works, it doesn't make you feel too good, right? It's like you're just like, oh, I'm just lying here. Would it be cool if I didn't have to lie? Hey, man, what's up? What's your name, age, where you calling from?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
You hear me? Hello?
Hey, can you hear me? Sounds like you
Who's
can't.
calling?
Sounds like you can't hear me, can you? All right, we lost him. Lines are open again. But as I was saying, you start to feel incongruent, like with who you are. So, yeah, maybe you can lie and then, like, cool, you get to have sex with a girl. Wouldn't it be cooler if you could have sex with a girl and just be real and just be honest in who you are? I'll just answer that for you. Yes. Like, it's going to feel better. You're going to feel more congruent, more in touch with who you are, more confident. Otherwise, you're going to be playing this weird role and you're going to feel manipulative and you're going to feel like, who the hell am I? Like, it's not going to feel good. It's like this weird quick fix where, like, ooh, cool, you've tricked a girl into getting sex with you, so you've lied to get there, but it feels so much better when you can actually just be more natural, not have to lie, and then go from there. Hey, man, you're on the air. What's your name, age, and where are you calling from?
Hi, Tripp. My name is Geoffrey. I'm calling from Cleveland. I'm going to be 34 this September.
Awesome, man. What's going on? What's your question?
So, I I just got into the country like 2015, and I've been here. I've been here, worked my way. I'm staying on my own. I've had a few relationships, and I kind of messed the last one up. So I got a job right now. I'm trying to make things work for myself, but the job I have right now is not giving me chance to like be social because I'm a professional truck driver, so I drive local, but I technically have 2 days off, and when I need to go back, I'm being called in. So right now, since I'm new in this in the city, I'm not really sure exactly where it is to go out to meet people. Most of the times when I go to the store, if I see a lady, I try to say hi, you know, um, try to see if we could meet up and do stuff, but it's kind of hard. So I'm trying to see if there's a best way or a good way for me to like incorporate things with my schedule and see how where to go, how to meet good
So
girls.
what is your
I'm
schedule?
really trying to
Let's
settle
break
down
it
now.
down. What is your schedule? When can you go out and be
Usually,
social?
usually my off days are Mondays and Tuesdays. So I go back to work like early in the morning on Wednesday, like 2, 3 a.m., 4. So technically, I'm back on Sunday at night, and I have to go back to work like on Wednesday in the morning, early in the morning.
So your weekend is Monday, Tuesday. That's your Saturday, Sunday. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah. So and it sucks because usually life technically over here is all about in the weekends. No one really does stuff on Mondays, on Tuesdays.
There's got to be some place. You're in Cleveland. There's got to be some place. I know it's not going to be like being in a bigger city, but there's got to be
Yeah,
some places that you can go that are open on a Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday where you can go out and you can socialize. It's not going to be as busy as a Friday or Saturday or, or a Thursday night, but there has to be some places. So I would challenge you to find those places and just make the best of it. Okay? Like that's your
yeah,
only option. Other than that, if you really want to if you're really trying to prioritize having a social life, I
yeah.
would I would suggest moving to a new city. If I don't know how much ties you have to Cleveland. I don't know if your family's there, or if you even care, if you have a lot of friends there. But if you don't have a lot of ties to Cleveland and you can do what you do in another city, a bigger city, like Chicago is really close, New York is close. Of course, you can pick anywhere you want if possible. I would consider moving. So I think those are your best options. Either step one,
Mm.
try to find places that you can go and meet people to be social on Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. You could also approach women during the week. It's not really a social setting. It's more just, talking to women who are out and about. And if that's not working for you and it's a dead city and you're not tied to the city, I would consider moving. What do you think?
Uh yeah. It's just that I was working in corporate when I've been moving working in corporate. I've been trying to like make better myself since I came here. So I moved from corporate that wasn't paying me that much, and now I went to school, got my truck driving thing. So I just started the truck driving thing this year, like January. So I just started this. So I'm making good money for myself, and I'm thinking, okay, with this extra money I'm making, I should try to be social and go out. But when I try to want to go out, usually the best place or best things to do, everybody's always off on the weekends. No one's technically off on a Monday when everybody's going to work or coming back from work. Nobody wants to do anything,
But
So
there will be
I kind
some
of,
people. I know that a majority of people won't, but there has to be some people. There has to be some spots that you can go to where people are out. It's going to be a lot harder for you in the winter, where it might be like close to nobody. But if you're in the summer, fall, even late spring, there should be
yeah.
places that you can go to on those days.
Mm.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think I really need to do that. I've been thinking about the moving, but I wanted to like get situated to a point where I can save up. Then moving somewhere else would be easy. I could just up and leave.
So that's another
And it'll
option
be
for
easy.
you, because
Yeah.
there's no like magical answer here. It's like we have to get you out and find, and find spots for you to meet women. So another option is for the next 6 months, save up a ton of money. Should be easy
Yeah.
in that city too. It's probably not a very expensive city. Like save up, like extreme saving. And you can look this stuff up online. There's like ways of doing extreme saving. So you're just saving crazy. You're never eating out. You're never buying, expensive alcoholic drinks out. You're really saving your money hardcore. And with all that money, then you move to a new city in 6 months. And then from there, that you can be in a city that's going to be more social. And then in these 6 months, you can kind of figure out what it's going to take for you to go to another city. So you take the 6 months to save all the money, and then you save all the money, and then in that 6 months, you figure out what's going to be another city that you can do whatever your work is, and then boom, you move to a new city. You got all this money, which gets you a good place, gets you able to give you money for padding to go out and be social, and then you're in a more social space. So I would say that's probably your better move. So I like that you said that, just kind of saving up and then making all this money and then moving to a new city. And you just take this time to figure out where you're going to do that.
All right.
What do you think?
Hey, yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you very much. I follow your stuff. I listen to your audiobooks. I listen to your podcast. I'm a big fan. So I was just going through my YouTube and it popped up saying, "Oh, you're on your live." I'm like, hey, I might as well just pop up and just
Look
say
what
hi.
happened. Now we're on the phone talking to each other, huh?
Yeah, that's really nice.
It's
Thank
cool
you,
how
thank
it
you
works.
very much.
You're welcome,
I really
man.
like what you do.
You're welcome. And listen, I would suggest, and I don't suggest this to everyone who calls, but you should apply for coaching.
Yeah.
So we can help you.
I
You
did.
can dive in more specific.
I did. So I'm trying to set up a way to like come back. I called in and found out what it takes. So I'm trying to like
Did
see
you
how
did you
I can
apply?
get back to.
Did you apply in the application form?
Yes, I did.
What's your name?
I did.
Again?
Jeffrey. The last name is Rwuaan.
When did you apply?
I would say 2 months ago, I think, or a month ago.
Okay, do me a favor. Right now, apply again, because I get so many applications. It's probably buried at this point. Not sure why I missed it. But apply again, and then I'll reach out to you. We'll see if we can get you some help, okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
Awesome, man. Take care.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Sweet. Okay. Someone asked, Tripp, I need good spots in LA. Malls be dead around me and no girls alone. 3rd Street Promenade, Abbott Kinney, Ocean Boulevard, Melrose Avenue, Hollywood Boulevard. Those are all the daytime spots. Nighttime, you're going to have to figure that out. It changes a lot in LA. I'm not in LA right now, by the way. I'm in Chicago. I moved just a year ago. I know a lot of people think I'm still in LA, but I'm not there anymore. Long Beach is probably great, but it's probably far if you're living in LA. Hello, you were on the air. What's your name, age, where you're calling from?
So you the one who hit my car?
What the heck? Someone just called in and said I hit their car. I don't even own a car. Oh, that guy probably meant when I had that baseball bat and I was hitting someone's car. I do that once in a while. Just kidding. That doesn't happen. Adam Wickersham's in the house. What's that, man? Hello. You were on the air. What is your name, age, where are you calling from?
My name is Rafael. I'm 22, and I stay in Fort Worth, Texas.
What's up, man? How you doing? What's your question?
I'm doing good, man. Good to hear your voice. I've been watching you since 2014, and
whoa, that's a long time.
What was that?
2014. That's a long time 5 years.
Yeah.
I think my first video I ever put out was August 2012. So.
Wow. Yeah, man, very valuable stuff, and I appreciate that you take your time and do this stuff for us. Uh, I
Yeah,
watch a
man.
lot of like pickup pickup stuff, and like one of the guys that I watch is Roosh V. I don't know if you heard of him.
Yeah, I've pretty much heard of everybody.
Yeah, well, like I really I like doing that. I like going out at night. I've been doing pretty good. If you know, so far like I've been learning a lot, and I was just wondering if you could maybe recommend something that I can do, and also like financially, but also like stay in the game because it is a little expensive going out every weekend. And I was wondering if there's a way that I can like work on my game, but also like make money while doing it.
What do you mean make money while doing it? I mean, I can teach you how
Okay,
to go out and make it cheap and not spend any money while you're going out and learning how to meet women. But what do you mean making money?
okay, because I love the lifestyle, man. I love doing it. I love challenging myself, and well, I was wondering if I could like if there's a way to like make it like a career, like kind of like how you do it, but like also finding my own niche.
So you want to become a dating coach?
I wouldn't say dating coach like that. You know, is there like other avenues I can take, or
Well, it's kind of hard to answer the question because you're obviously not clear in what it is that you want to do. So you got to
yeah,
get clear
yeah,
more on what you want to do, or who you want to help, or what problem you want to solve. So when it comes down to making money, any company in the world that makes money, or any person that makes money that's working for a company, is solving a problem. Money is exchanged in terms of value, and value is usually solving some sort of problem. So that can be anything, you know, um, even down to like entertainment, like a movie. It's not solving a problem, but it kind of is. The problem it's solving is people are bored and they need something to do. So they solve the problem of here's entertainment, right? That's just an example
right,
of something that might be kind of confusing with solving a problem. Obviously, you can sell straws. That solves a problem. How do you have something that you can drink that is not going to get all over your mustache, right? You have a straw. So my point is if you have some sort of problem that you can solve, that's the way that you can make money. Someone
okay,
someone said open a nail salon. So also it depends on what it is that you're passionate about, right? It's like if you're passionate about something and you like something, and it also combines with solving a problem, that's like the best spot to be in, right? Because you're going to be really excited to do whatever it is that you're going to do that's going to solve that problem. I feel like I got lucky in doing that because I'm really interested in helping men with dating and relationships and sex and socializing. I love it. I'm passionate about it. And it's solving a problem. So if you can kind of, and you might not have this right now in this moment, it might be something for you to think about, but that's my best advice in terms of what can you find that you really enjoy that also solves a problem? Marry those two, and then you can be making money. Of course, there's more business things you have to learn in terms of how to start a business and things like that. But that's kind of like step one.
I love it. I love it, man. I appreciate that. I didn't think about it like that in those terms.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Think about it like that.
well, I appreciate you, Tripp. I wish best of luck for you and your business, man.
Cool, man. Thanks for calling. I appreciate you calling in. Keep watching, man. I love that you've been watching since 2014. You're the man.
Yes, sir. All right. Take it easy.
Take care, buddy. I love it. Good question. We have not had a question like that. I know that's kind of different than giving your basic dating advice, but I wish him lots of luck. We got some time left. I can take a few more callers, so if there's anyone else who wants to call in, I can answer your questions. I can also do a super chat. Adam Wickersham, I see you every single time. How have you not applied for coaching yet, man? You're always here. You said any advice for wingmen? Can you break down what their job is? Yeah. A wingman's job is to basically, if you're going to have a wingman, is to distract the other women while you're, or I should say, taking the attention away with the friends so you can talk to the woman that you're interested in and have more alone time, connection time with her. That's basically the job. What's up, man? You're on the air. What's your name, age? Where are you calling from?
My name's Caesar. I'm 26, calling from LA.
Caesar from LA. Nice, man. I used to live there. How's it going?
It's good. Kind of just like settling into my new lifestyle and trying to, kind of pick up my life because I wasn't really doing shit for a long time. And so now that all comes into meeting new different types of people than the type of people that I was hanging around with. That, like, I've never been a big drinker, so like meeting girls at bars, it just doesn't even intrigue me, or having, or like even knowing the best social settings, for all that, then like everyone else is asking about the money, like you want to make a good impression by spending a decent amount of money on someone, but at the same time, you don't want to break your back, like spending money, that type of money on every single person you meet, So kind of knowing that boundary.
Yeah. Well, here's my want some of my thoughts on that? You want to hear some of my thoughts on that?
Yeah.
So, okay, money is coming up a lot on this episode. Okay, first things first. You don't need to drink, and you don't need to spend money to go out to meet women. You can literally do this for free. The only exception would be maybe tipping your bartender when you get a club soda or some water, so you're not wasting their time. Couple bucks. Maybe there's a cover charge at a club. Other than that, you don't need to drink. I'd say the best superpower you could have is to be able to go out and meet women in your most raw and natural state, which would be sober. So I highly suggest that that's what you do, okay? Is you go out, meet women sober, and you don't need to spend money. And you can even go out during the day and approach women, not spend any money. You can go on Tinder. I think Tinder's free, and you don't have to spend any money, okay? So bottom line is you don't need to spend money there. You also don't need money to impress women. You want money so that you can have money to solve your own problems. You want money for access, right? If you have more money, you can have more access to things. You can go more places. You can travel more places. If you have money, you can solve your own problems. Maybe it's going to be a way to be more mentally healthy by going to therapy, physically healthy by joining a gym, by eating really healthy foods that are sometimes really expensive, right? So there's all these reasons why you want to have money for yourself. But what's cool as a byproduct of that is you're going to be potentially meeting really high quality women because you're treating yourself high quality. Also, more money means that you can have your own place. So don't try to get money to impress women or buy cars to impress women or get a fancy shirt that you think is going to impress a woman. You make money for yourself, and then that in turn, in a byproduct, might get you access to more women. But you don't even need to be rich to meet high quality women. You don't have to be. So I'm very pro making money. Okay, I'm a capitalist. Like, I want you to make lots of money for yourself if you can, but don't do it for women. You do it for you. What are your thoughts?
That's actually the way I had been living my life for a long time, and so I have been mostly focusing on myself and my own personal life. And recently, I've gotten like a really decent promotion, so I'm in this space now where like I'm going to the gym, like because I have keys to my job, I can go whenever I want. Like I eat organic now because it make like I've noticed how much I feel better and like little things like that. So I've been improving my life in those small steps. So now I'm kind of like, all right, now I still have this little bit of extra money that I can go have fun with, but I'm not a drinker again. So, and then being around a bunch of drunk people is like, I don't know. It's hard to deal with that
Yeah,
for a while.
that if you don't want to do that, then just meet women during the day. You're in
And then
LA.
that's the harder part for me though, because it's like most cute girls are out with their guys, and then I don't know.
No,
The
man,
whole
that's an
approaching people,
excuse. That's an
timing, and
excuse.
like,
That's an excuse. There's women out there, especially in LA. You're in a big city. There are plenty of places during the day where you can go out and meet women. I mean, it's endless, and every single day too, because a lot of people are unemployed, or they have jobs where they work at night, or they're actors or writers or whatever. I mean, LA is probably one of the best places in the country to meet women during the day, like hands down. I could not pick a better place.
okay, so I mean, where should I be hanging out during the day then?
So for LA, if you want to meet women during the day,
Yeah.
Abbot Kinney, 3rd Street Promenade, Melrose, generally anywhere in Santa Monica, Main Street. Beverly Center is kind of okay, that mall. Hollywood Boulevard, anywhere down Fairfax or La Cienega, Whole Foods. I mean, I just gave you a ton of places.
Yeah. All right. All right. For sure.
Sound good, man?
Yeah.
You got this,
Yeah.
buddy. I
All
know it's
right,
going to be
appreciate
hard.
it, Tripp.
It's harder to meet women during the day, but don't give up. Okay?
All right. All right.
All right, dude. All right, guys. What a show. What an episode. Look at that. Oh. Bottom line is this. Shit's hard. Nothing's going to come easy. But because it's hard, the rewards are great. It's hard to meet women during the day. It's hard to build a social circle of hot girls. Things are difficult. Things are challenging. But as you start to do it, it becomes easier and easier and easier. So, highly recommend that you put your best foot forward and try it. And of course, I'm here to help you. If it's too hard and you need that assistance, that push, that encouragement, that feedback, that motivation, apply for coaching. Go to coachedbytripp.com and apply, and I can help you. And we can get to the point where you are successfully meeting and attracting women during the day, at night, wherever. Yes, of course, there is an investment for it, so it's not free. This is free, though, coming on and doing this. But coaching is something that you invest in, and when you do that, it makes it easier for you to get the results. So, thanks, Steven. Appreciate that. Guys, I'm going live tomorrow at 6:30 Central. Let's do it again. I'm ready for you, okay? Tomorrow, 6:30 Central, going live. We'll talk about a new topic. We'll get into it. I'll answer questions, and we'll go from there. You guys are great. Thanks for joining me. I will see you next time.